Something I wanted to talk about that I saw in a YouTube video.
What's that?
I was watching this dude's video. He had a list of 5 things, and one of them was something called liminal space. On the surface, when I watched it, I was like, this is weird. Why the fuck would he even put this on this list? Because usually this dude's showing, like, fucked up internet stories. So for him to include this would just seem kind of random.
Uh-huh.
So what liminal space is, it means a location or place that doesn't have a purpose that you find yourself in. It's in a space of transition.
Give me an example.
So an example, okay, you're at a store, a retail store, like a Walmart, right?
Scary place.
It's about to close. Literally 5 minutes away from closing. The store is emptied out. It's in a place of transition. You're the last person in the store. Think of being in a high school after all the kids have gone home.
Oh, just a place that you don't visit or go to normally, like going to the library when it's closed or some shit like that.
Yes, or
It's just because you're in your mind you're not accustomed to being there. Like you set a time frame where it's acceptable to be there.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or like a good example that I haven't seen online because I've looked this up online is like, say when you're for me personally, when I was moving, either out of my parents' house, when my parents are moving, when I was moving out of my apartments and shit, right?
Uh-huh.
All the furniture's gone, but it's like you're still cleaning, you're still grabbing 1 or 2 things. There's this uncomfortable feeling being there as it's in this place of transition.
I understand what you're saying. It's just because it feels unnatural because you're so used to seeing it one way. It's kind of I guess you could say like you move out of your house, you're used to seeing your shit there, you're used to seeing, you're accustomed to seeing it one way, you're seeing it a different way. I think people have the same effect when they see somebody they've broken up with and they're having another person in their lives. You're like, yo,
you think that's why there's like an uncomfortable, just this inherent body feeling of
your
like, I gotta
body,
get the fuck
your
away from
mind,
you.
you're used to this being this way, and you're not you're a creature of change, but the change has to, it has to brew in you. It doesn't just go, we're done. All right, moving on.
I don't know. I just always thought it was crazy that, like, because if you think about it, particularly the store fucking analogy is what kind of gets me, right? So you're in a store, it's closing. In my mind, I always thought I was afraid of being locked in the store. I was like, man, I gotta hurry up and get this shit. I'm nervous. I don't want to be locked in this fucking store after it
Knowing
closed.
that you wouldn't actually be locked in, though.
But that's not a real thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not a real fucking thing. But what I think it is, it's your body's inherent fear of being in this limited space because you feel uncomfortable in that scenario. You
You wouldn't know what to do.